Now, 5 Britons jailed in Russia for protests about Arctic drilling are back in the United Kingdom tonight. They'd spent 2 months in prison before they were finally freed and then allowed to leave under a prisoner amnesty. A warning, there's flash photography in this report from Jane Deeth.
Packed and oh so ready to go. Journalist Kieran Bryan and Greenpeace's Philip Ball and Alex Harris at St Petersburg Airport. Anthony Perrott and Ian Rogers were checking in too. Everyone relieved to be checking out of a Russian nightmare. A 6th freed Briton, Frank Hewitson, is travelling separately, but his friends flew to Paris for the train to London, where family and hugs were waiting. And the relief. They'd be facing a trial and maybe 7 years in jail, but for a new Russian prisoner amnesty.
I genuinely feared missing out on the chance to be a father, to marry the woman I am now marrying, thankfully. It was my whole life, my whole future, in the palm of one man's hand, as far as I can tell. And
who, Putin?
I think so. I think it was a political game that we got caught up in.
The 5 say they were kept apart in prison, locked in freezing cells for 23 hours a day.
Isolation is torture, and the cells are disgusting, the food is revolting, you can't eat it. We all lost a lot of weight. We can't communicate with anyone. You know, we spent 2 months in a Russian jail cell and 100 days detained for a crime we didn't commit. It was obscene, a complete overreaction on behalf of Russia.
It all began with a protest which was classic Greenpeace, but Russia took exception to the campaign against drilling in the Arctic. The group were arrested and charged with hooliganism. Their 2 months in jail got the Arctic 30 more attention than they could ever have dreamed, including celebrity protests. The freed Britons believe Moscow abandoned its icy stance because the outcry over their imprisonment was threatening to spoil the upcoming Winter Olympics. The Foreign Office has welcomed the end of the ordeal but says it has concerns about Russia's legal system. These Britons very narrowly avoided experiencing that system firsthand inside a St Petersburg courtroom.